Yo, what up everybody? My name is TylaDubya and I'm here to teach all of you wonderful people the inwards and outwards bass whistle.
Now I'm here.
TylaDubya Beatbox channel.
Real quick, before I begin this video, if you're not subscribed already, you should consider subscribing because I upload a new beatbox video every Thursday and I upload tutorials very often. Also, all of you dubscribers and soon-to-be dubscribers should click that like button because that would help me out a lot. Alright, so let's get into it. So the bass whistle can be done inwards and outwards and is a dope whistle that you can add to your repertoire. Let me preface and say that this sound actually can be relatively difficult to do on mic because like most whistles, not all whistles, but most, it pushes out a lot of air which distorts the sound on mic. And if you do it inwards, it's hard to get that air inwards because the mic is going to be blocking your airflow. But don't let that discourage you because if you do it properly on mic, you can get it to come through clean and it's great acoustically. I personally use the inward bass whistle in my routine Brace for Impact.
Brace for impact.
So for both the inward and outward bass whistle, it's actually only comprised of two parts. Individually, these parts may be relatively difficult to learn, but if you have both of those, it's really easy to combo them together to create the bass whistle. The outward bass whistle sounds like and is composed of two individual sounds. The first sound that you need to know for the outward bass whistle is throat bass, which sounds like Now I'm not going to teach throat bass in this tutorial because I have a full-on tutorial for it already, so if you do not know throat bass, go check it out. The link will be in the description, or I'll have a card popping up on one of these corners. That will be a link to the video as well, so if you do not know it, go check out that video and then come back here. Now the second sound that you're going to need to know to get down the outward bass whistle is the whistle itself. So the whistle sounds like if you guys already know how to whistle, you can go ahead and skip this section. And if you guys don't know how to whistle, I'm going to try to explain that real quick and I hope I succeed in doing so. So for whistling, I wasn't really sure how to explain it at first. I thought of my own methods of doing it. And then I was like, let's go on YouTube and see if anyone's got good tutorials out there for it, right? And so I went ahead and I Googled how to whistle. And the first video that popped up had like, 500,000 views, yada, yada, yada. And I briefly looked at his explanation. The first thing he said to do was to say the word two. Now saying the word two makes sense because, at the end of the word, you're actually getting the mouth positioning that you're looking for. So when you say the word two, you get the mouth positioning like this. Now what that mouth positioning does is it creates, a small gap in your lips for the air to flow through. That's really all you need to know about the mouth positioning of it. The next thing we need to talk about is the tongue positioning. Now the tongue positioning is a little more difficult to explain, which is why I'm going to pop up a diagram right here, which I found on the internet, and I'm not taking credit for this diagram, so props to whoever did it. But basically the whole purpose of this is that the airflow is going to go over your tongue, between the roof of your mouth and your tongue, and out that air gap. So now to explain the tongue positioning in my own words. I should say that you can whistle in many different ways. I'm just teaching the whistle that I personally do when doing the sound. So you can actually combo any whistle that you know with a bass and you'll get a lot of different variations of bass whistles. So my tongue, when I do the whistle, actually kind of retracts in a little bit. Doesn't bend down, doesn't stay straight out, doesn't bend up, just retracts inwards a little bit. The main focusing of your tongue positioning is so that you leave a gap between the roof of your mouth and the top of your tongue for air to flow. So when it flows, it can flow over your tongue and then out the little gap you leave in your lips. There's really not much more I can say on the whistle, so I hope that guys helped you out. If not, go check out some other whistle tutorials or ask me in the comment section below and I'll try to clarify a little more. So once you guys both know the throat bass and the whistle, the next thing you want to do is combo those together. So take your throat bass, whoa, and then your whistle, combo them together, you get. Now it's time to talk about the inward bass whistle. So the inward bass whistle is going to be the same concept. You're going to take your inward bass and combo it with the same whistle that we already know or any other variation of an inward whistle that you have to create the. The first sound you need is inward bass, which sounds like. Now I'm not going to teach inward bass in this tutorial because again I have a full-on tutorial for it, so I'm going to have the link in the description for that, a card popping up right here or right here. Go check that out if you don't know inward bass yet and then come back to this beautiful tutorial. The next sound you're going to need is an inward whistle, which sounds like. Now see, you don't need to learn another whistle because the whistle I already taught you can be used to do this inwards. So if you take your mouth positioning and your tongue positioning of the whistle I already taught you, all you have to do is breathe inwards with that and you'll get the same exact whistle. To demonstrate, breathing outwards, breathing inwards. Fancy, right? So here we go again. Let's take the inward bass and the whistle, combo those bad boys together. So first, the inward bass.
Pay, pay, pay.
Second, your whistle. Inward bass whistle. Now it's time for a little practice beat. So that's about all there is to learn the inwards or outwards bass whistle, guys. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, be sure to put them down in the comment section below and I will answer those. If this tutorial helped you guys out or you just want to click that like button anyways, hit that like button because it helps me out a lot. If you are not subscribed already, you should consider subscribing because I upload a new beatboxing video every Thursday and I upload tutorials very often. And the most important thing out of all this, guys, is that you have a fantastic day and I hope you enjoyed this video.